Om Shanti. Am I audible and can you see the screen?
Yeah, sister, it's fine.
Okay. May I begin, brother?
Yes, please.
Okay. So today we have a beautiful Murli. Thank you, Baba, for giving me the opportunity today of 6th January 1990. The definition of a holy swan. Today, the Father, the ocean of knowledge, is seeing the gathering of holy swans. Holy swans are souls with cleanliness and specialities. Cleanliness means purity in thoughts, words, actions, and relationships in everything. The color white is always shown as a sign of purity. You holy swans are ones with white clothing and a clean heart. That is, you are embodiments of cleanliness. Constantly to be without a flaw in body, mind, and heart means to have cleanliness. No matter how clean and pure some may be in their body, which is external, if they are not clean and pure in the mind, it is said, first of all, keep the mind clean. The Lord is pleased with those who have a clean mind and a clean heart, and together with that, fulfills all the desires of those with a clean heart. The speciality of a swan is that it is clean. This is why you Brahmin souls are called holy swans. Check and see. Is there cleanliness in all the four aspects of mind, body, heart, and relationships in me, the soul who am a holy swan? So, can we just pause for a moment, reflect on this question? Is there cleanliness in all the four aspects of mind, body, heart, and relationships in me, the soul who am a holy swan? So now that you've reflected on it, let's continue. Complete cleanliness and purity are everyone's aim at the confluence age. This is why you Brahmins, who are to become deities, are remembered as those who are completely pure. It is not simply said viceless, but it is said completely viceless. It is said 16 celestial degrees. It is not only said 16 celestial degrees, but complete is said with that. It is your deity form that is praised. But when did you become that? During your Brahmin life or your deity life? The time now, the confluence age, is the time to become that. Therefore, check to what extent this about cleanliness, that is purity. We'll be silent for a moment and let's reflect. What percentage have we imbibed cleanliness, that is purity? You will receive the answer in Q2. Now we continue. Of the body means constantly to have the awareness of the body being the temple of the soul and to keep it clean with that awareness. The more elevated the idol is, the more elevated the temple is. So, are you ordinary idols or elevated idols? Out of the entire cycle, Brahmin souls are the number one elevated souls. Compared to Brahmins, deities are as valuable as gold, whereas Brahmins are as valuable as diamonds. So all of you are images of diamonds. So how elevated you have become. Recognize your self-respect and keep the temple, your body, constantly clean. It should be simple yet clean. Purity of the body through this method will constantly bring the experience of spiritual fragrance. To what extent have you imbibed such cleanliness and purity? There is no cleanliness in body consciousness. However, you consider it to be the temple of the soul, and you therefore keep it clean. And that temple has been given to you by the Father to look after and use. He has made you a trustee of that temple. You have given your mind, body, and wealth, everything, have you not? It is not yours any longer, is it? Would you say it is mine or it is yours? By becoming trustees, you automatically become free from attachments and bring about cleanliness and purity in yourself. Not cleanliness with attachments, but you keep the body clean and pure with the consciousness that Baba has given it to you for service. Or do you use the body in any ordinary way? Cleanliness is also a sign of spirituality. In the same way, also maintain the percentage of cleanliness, that is purity in your mind. If there is any type of impure thought in your mind during the day, it cannot be called complete cleanliness. Bap Dada's direction for the mind is focus your mind on me. Use it for world service. So always have the awareness of the mantra of Man Manabha. This is known as cleanliness and purity of the mind. If the mind wanders towards anyone else, then that wandering means that there is no cleanliness. Check with this method and see to what percentage you have imbibed cleanliness. You know the details of this, do you not? So let's check this, please. What percentage have you imbibed cleanliness? See where your mind goes and what is your intuitive answer. Now that you received the answer, we can continue. The third aspect is cleanliness in the heart. You know that honesty is cleanliness. Put your self-progress, that is your effort, whatever it is, honestly in front of the Father. So firstly, there's the cleanliness in your own efforts. And secondly, the extent to which you are doing service with a true heart. And so there should be cleanliness in this aspect. If you are doing service with any selfish motive, it cannot be called true service. So to what extent are there honesty and cleanliness in service too? Some of you think we have to do service anyway. Just when Lokik government officers have to do their duties, whether they do that with a true heart, with carelessness, or out of compulsion, they somehow have to pass those 8 hours. In the same way, if you think that this service is a duty you have been given by the Almighty Government, for you to do service in this consciousness is not called true service. It is not just a duty, for the original sanskars of Brahmin souls are of service. The original sanskars will not allow you to stay without doing true service. So check in this way to what percentage you have done service with a true heart, that is, with the original sanskars of Brahmin life. You have had so many melas, you have given so many courses, but what is the percentage of cleanliness and purity in that? It is not just your duty, but it is your original sanskar, your original dharma, religion, and your original karma, action. The fourth aspect is cleanliness in relationships. In essence, specially check this. To what percentage is there cleanliness in the form of contentment? Let's pause here. Intuitively, you will get a message when you ask this question. To what percentage is there cleanliness in the form of contentment? Throughout the day, there are relationships with a variety of souls. You come into connection with three types of relationship. First, with the Brahmin family. Secondly, with souls who are students. And thirdly, with the Lokik family. In all three types of percentage, what was the percentage of contentment of the self and of those souls who come into connection with you throughout the day? The sign of your contentment is that you yourself will be light in the mind and remain happy, and the others will also remain happy with you. The sign of discontentment is that you will be heavy in your mind. If you are a true effort maker, then the thought will repeatedly keep entering your mind, even against your conscious wish. I should not have said this. It would have been better if I hadn't done this. It would have been better to say this and do this. Careless effort makers will not even have this thought. This burden will not allow you to remain happy. It will not allow you to remain light. Cleanliness in relationships means contentment. This is honesty and cleanliness in relationships. This is why you people say, one who is true dances. That is, one who is honest constantly dances in happiness. So, did you hear the definition of a holy swan? If there isn't the cleanliness of truth, then although you're swans, you are not holy swans. Now remember that those who are complete and perfect, and so check to what extent you have become that. If today, according to the drama, the account with your body were to be completed, with what percentage would you pass? Let's pause. A very important question. If today, according to the drama, the account with your body were to be completed, with what percentage would you pass? Please ask Baba to give you the answer. Or would you tell the drama to wait a little longer? You're not sitting here with the thought that the young ones will not depart, are you? What is the meaning of being ever ready? To wait for time in anticipation and think that there are 10 or 11 years still left? Mostly you think that there's time up to the year 2000. The question of the destruction of the world is separate from that of keeping yourself ever ready. Therefore, do not mix up the two. Different souls have different paths. Therefore, do not think that you do not have a part in the advance party, or that you have a part after destruction. Some souls do have that part, but you should remain ever ready. Otherwise, traces of carelessness will emerge. Be ever ready. Then, even if you live for 20 years more, it doesn't matter. However, don't live on the basis of that. This is what it means to be holy swans. You have come to the shore of the ocean of knowledge, have you not? So today you have been told about the cleanliness of holy swans. Baba will tell you about their specialities at another time. So we will stop here for today and we will continue tomorrow in the second part of the Murli. For this first part, please visualize that you are now in the shore of the ocean of knowledge, reflecting about your own cleanliness and your ability to be a holy swan. And as you're doing this reflection, reflect on all the important aspects of this Murli which touched your heart and be ready to share. We will pause for some time. So are we ready to start the reflection? Who would like to begin, please?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, so Baba says, true cleanliness. Um, True cleanliness is not just external, but in the mind, body, heart, and also the relationship. So there should be that complete cleanliness. So when it comes to mind, Baba says it should be clean. So there shouldn't be anything impurity or any waste thoughts. And when it comes to body, Baba says we have to see our bodies like a temple and elevated temple. So it has to be, clean all the time, and we have to keep it simple. And Baba says, do a comparison between diamond and gold. And then heart, when it comes to heart, Baba says we need to do everything with honesty. So not do it ordinary, just like government jobs is done by the government employees. So they don't do it with true heart. So we should do it with true heart, no selfish motives. And a relationship also, Baba says, to maintain that happiness while, interacting with one another. I mean, that maintain that contentment. So with everyone, those who we interact with. Yeah,
Yes.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, that was a beautiful summary. Anyone else would like to share, please? What touched your heart? Did you get a percentage when I was asking you to pause in the middle of the Murli at different points? Because Baba was asking those questions in the Murli. Were you able to get your answers? Would anybody like to share?
Shanti sister. When it comes
Yes.
to yoga, I felt I am 55 to 60%. I'm just past in that. I think that's where more purity, more cleanliness is required. And I shall start changing from today. I realize that uh, yoga, the power of yoga is more essential, is what I felt. Yeah. Om
Yes.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing. Also, you may have realized that in this Murli, uh, in a way, Baba has highlighted what in our Indian culture for years we have been talking about, but not really executing fully. That when we talk about the yoga, it is actually not just the mind, it is mind, body, heart, relationships, it's everything together. So, actually, sometimes you find, in fact, it's true for many of us, I'm presuming, we focus more on one aspect. We either focus a lot on meditation and remembrance, but then we don't focus on the cleanliness of the body and the maintenance of the body alongside. Or it's the reverse. You have a lot of yoga, which in today's world appears to be more physical in nature, and you have a lot of focus on body cleansing, but then they are not keeping the mind and the thoughts pure. And of course, common to both is the heart and the relationships. Through the heart is where you actually open up the doors to receive and give. And that purity is what makes you do that. That contentment, that feeling of divine connection. And through your relationships, you actually experience Baba in every relationship. And Baba is also saying in the Murli, like you could be in the, community of Brahmins, you have a different kind of relationship. You could be in the community of your colleagues, you have a different kind of relationship. And then you have the environment with your Lokik family, where you have a different kind of relationship. And are you content in all these relationships? That is also a sign of purity, of contentment. So I
Yeah.
think, yes, go ahead, Yadav.
Yeah, sister. I was thinking about which one of the most important out of these four, Baba mentioned mind, body, heart, and relationship, right? So, um, I mean, which one would be the most important, or everything is important, all four, but to maintain the cleanliness, right? So I think see there's a confusion between mind or heart. I mean, both should be there, but which one should be the uh, first place?
What does your heart tell you?
So I
That is
feel it
that is
is
a
the heart.
question, yeah.
So it says, I think it is the heart, isn't it? Because it says
So
that when you have a clean heart, then God Himself is pleased with an honest heart, right?
yes. So I don't know the right answer or not, but I tend to agree with you. For me also, all are important, but if your heart is not pure, your mind is difficult to become pure. It's just for me at least. Because you have to have that feeling, that vibration of the divine within. And when you have that vibration, it is coming through the heart actually. And then your mind and is actually immediately aligned with that. And your body starts responding to that. And when all these three are aligned, your relationship with others is vibrating at a different level of consciousness. So your relationships are then flowing out of that kind of energy, is the way I would relate to my own experience. But I welcome everybody else to share how they perceive this.
Uh, bo-
Harpreet.
Om Shanti, sister.
Yeah, I'm not a little bit well, so if you don't hear me, let me know. Uh, a little difference, I feel. You spoke about a clean heart. Fine. What if, suppose, the body is impure? That's that first temple. The temple where the soul resides is not kept clean, is not taken care of. And sometimes, sorry, I'm talking a little bit slowly. I hope you take patience because I just had a surgery.
Oh, no problem. Take
That's
your time,
no,
sister. Take
so I
care.
hope you. So I hope you. No, I would like to share. I hope
Yes.
you just take in what I'm saying. So I feel sometimes, people always call this body as an old, dirty costume. Chuti Maya, Chuti Kaya, Chuti this and all. But I used to think it's not every part of my body, be it even a finger or be it everything has to be placed on the same thing, has to be taken care. The body has to be given care. Now, what kind of care that we have to define ourselves? This body is like a trustee given to me. What I was before I was in this body was just an energy. But still, when the energy comes down, it's the body which takes care of that energy. So I feel even the body has to be given that much care, that much importance, what it's needed. Only when the temple is clean, then I can go to the people inside that temple, the mind, the heart. I totally agree. The heart is the place central part of the system where all blood flows and all, and that should be there. But there are every part. Why Baba gives the importance to heart, that's where feelings come. That's where energy flows for us and relationships and all. But I think body also is important because I don't know if you know our Yajna story when Jagdish Pai was lying on the bed and about to leave his body. Baba said, "You should have taken care of them in the body. You took care of everything, but the body you just discarded, you just didn't take care, like the people who just go away without taking care." So, can you just give a rationale, like what is the important thing when you say the body, the mind, the heart? I think relationships will automatically come when all this three, and because relationship is very complicated. It's not me. It's, as Baba has mentioned in the Murli, the godly family and the Lokik family. That's a completely, I think, big thing. But this three, if you can just give a rationale, how much importance we should do, what we should, not just having a bath or wearing clothes or perfuming myself. So please, can you throw a rationale for this three? Shanti.
You're absolutely right, sister. Uh, Sometimes we, as those from the Brahmin family or those aligned with Baba's messages, if I may put it that way, do focus much more on the mind meditation, the heart opening up, because it is believed to be more spiritual. You know, in a subtle way, we believe that is more spiritual, and the body is linked to body consciousness. So, somewhere in a subtle way, we place our heart and mind and other things above the body. But the body is the universe that Baba has blessed us with, which he's himself saying in the Murli, which is our temple. Every cell in our body is divine consciousness. Every muscle, every gland, every organ, every bone is a gift of Baba to all of us. And if we do not respect that gift, or we do not take care of it the way it should be, then we are doing a half yoga. We are actually not in the true spirit of full yoga, because every ancient text will tell you the unison of mind, body, and soul is yoga. And if we do only one, we are actually missing out on a very important element. And we have to be conscious of that. Therefore, what I do as a practice, which I would like to share, is that, sorry, even when I'm doing my meditations every day, I begin with the body. I first charge the body, charge the cells, charge the organs. They are ready in high state of consciousness. And then I bring it to the heart and mind. And then I bring it to the aura, and then to spreading the light to the universe, where relationships automatically become part of it. In my personal view, if we don't do this correctly, we are actually not using all the gifts which Baba has given us. We are using partial gifts. So when we only do one aspect, whichever one, we are not completing the full, what he mentioned, complete 16 celestial degrees. Somewhere in the Murli, it came in the beginning. We are not using every aspect of our infinite universe. I'll also share another story with you, which actually I've personally experienced. Once I was in a meditation and I actually got this message that when you talk to your body, Every cell in your body listens to you as if God is talking to them. Just like when we talk to Baba or we talk to any other spiritual master that we believe in, through our prayers, through our thoughts, and we hear them back, your body also listens to you. And you can many times heal your own self through that energy, through the love of the divine. Every cell responds. There's a lot of scientific research also on this. So I totally agree with you. That is why in the Murli, it is one of the elements out of the four. The body is equally important, and we cannot ignore the body. By ignoring the body, we are actually ignoring the divine consciousness that is sitting within ourselves. Every cell is resonating with divinity. We are doing an injustice to our own selves by not honoring and respecting our own consciousness within. This is what is my answer to your question. I hope it made sense.
Sister, I have been part of your universal meditation, you know that. And I've seen the way, that simple pranayama, even when you take that, but we just attribute it to some other thing. We said, no, let me start with simple, I'm a soul, I'm not a body. The parrot kind of meaning. And we don't respect that thing. I totally agree with you. But Baba has himself said, I can't remember the object, only talk to your body. Talk to your soul, your each part of your body, especially when your body is not well and it's something, it's sick, it's there. It's a part of a. See, what does the body know about past karma or anything? Poor thing, it's just a gift from God in this birth. Next birth, it's going to be a different body. The body doesn't know about past karma, but the soul knows. The soul knows, and it's because of the soul the body is being affected now in whatever way we take it. So talk to the body. I know it's because of my past karma, you are doing it. But as far as you are there, you shall be taken care. But till you are there, I have to focus on that particular energy, my soul. So, body, don't think I do not like you, I love you. I mean, these somewhere I hope I remember the Murli, a small way Baba had said also. And when Dadi Janki used to say, and I've seen your dadis and all have said, but what happens, sister, we are so much into this final moments, service, service, service. And Baba said, do your service like Dadichi Rishi, just give your bones, everything and all. We don't, that's what I told you. So I don't know whether it's Indian culture or anything. We take it seriously, all these statements which are made that I should forget my body. Even the posture you sit for your meditation, even the time you sit for your meditation, when your body is not allowing, respect it. I think that's what even I wanted you to share. I know you the way you said, even though it can be different ways you go from the body to that consciousness. You have so many paths when you take everyone to different parts of consciousness. You start from the body. I think that's what even the basic, somebody said sitting in yoga. Start with your pranayam, catch your breath. Very recently, there was a song from Brahma Kumaris, Shwas mein hi hai tu, Pran mein hai tu. So really experience that in every Shwas, in every Pran, Baba. So that even give respect to each and every thing of the body. I'm not telling you go and decorate your body, go and do this and all. No. But respect is something, a beautiful way of taking care of God's gift. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister. Sorry. So I think, sister, you endorsed what I was saying in a different way, but I think with the same meaning. So it is like how you keep your house clean and then you make a nice place and you keep the idol or you keep a picture of Baba, of whatever. So it's like it's the same thing. You have a beautiful inner light shining, which is like your soul. But you have to look after your body, that is the temple. So the Murli is also calling it the temple. And a lot of other spiritual texts also call it the temple. So we have to take care of our temple. And let's look at it differently. When you were in a pure soul form and you were not yet on the earth, you did not have this temple, right? So now you are taking prasadam every time you do the bhog from Baba, and you're paying so much respect. But the body is your biggest gift to exercise your service actions through this body. So the body is definitely one of those four elements for this purity discussion, the holy swan. So definitely all are important, and body cannot be left behind.
Yeah, in that way, I think if we think,
Yes,
I think body as the first place, because in order to experience anything, we need the body, right? Of course, there should be that harmony between all these four, but
yeah,
yes, even to understand this knowledge, to take this knowledge, to experience anything without body, the soul cannot do anything, right? So if we think it from that perspective, of course, body stands in the first place then, right?
absolutely. I mean, it's the beginning. So the soul is there, but then it is like when you entered the womb of your mother, that is God's gift to you. Go, my child, experience life. I'm giving you this beautiful divine form, and the soul will reside in this form. And go and experience it and do your service, do your action, do your karma.
Right. And if the body is going through any sort of a pain, then that also will pull, right? And then you will not be able to experience any of it, right?
Yes, because
Yes,
then you
yes.
are, especially like those who are in coma, those who have zero response. I mean, they have they are down at the very basic level, right? So then how are they going to do the consciousness and all the other things? I mean, they are not able to. They are not able to serve. They are not able to take care of themselves. How can they take care of others? So
Yeah,
always
absolutely.
that is always a question, and therefore, in various ancient Indian systems, including those of international systems of spirituality, you will find that many of them linked the body in different ways. So, and India, of course, is the master in that with yoga. Only thing is, in India, I felt we somewhere started separating everything. When we use the word yoga, it is automatically assumed it's a physical movement. When we use the word Raj Yoga, it is automatically assumed this is the mind connection to the Almighty. And when we use Karma Yoga, okay, it is only linked to the action. But in all these, all of them are involved actually. That is where I think somewhere Baba is reminding us in the Murli. They're all there all the time: mind, body, heart, and the relationships, which is one of the most testing ones. I can see Sister Rakhi has written white color is the symbol of cleanliness and purity in the chat.
Harpreet sister, a warning.
Yes.
Let there be no excuse of the body. I don't get up at Amrit Vela if I say, Baba, I wanted to get up, but I wanted to take care of my body. See, I couldn't do. So there, even if you can just hint a small thing, we give this excuse to God. We are very clever, Sujan Bache. So let there be no excuse just because Baba said body is the foundation. And to make it as a firm thing, see, Baba, I can't do, Baba, it's my body is paining, my head is paining, this is paining, that is paining. If you can also share a little bit of, I should be careful of such things, no excuses just because, and I think that is even a Maya illusion of my own self, of my body. If you can just throw some light on that.
So Amrit Vela has been always divinely spoken about by many religions, including the Brahma Kumaris. And Amrit Vela or Brahma Muhurat or early morning, it's because of the vibration in the universe that makes it so easy for you to connect, which supports you. And it is the peaceful, calming period where you can connect. Therefore, there is no denial of the fact that waking up in the morning is always one of the best ways to connect to the divine and to uplift your energies, to exercise, take care of your body. Like all these morning, they're always very useful. But having said that, me as a person, I am less judgmental of those who are not able to do it, frankly, simply because today's lifestyles and today's work rhythms are so different from what it was many years ago. There are people who work only in night shifts, like I'm myself from aviation. There are people who land at 4 o'clock in the morning. They've been awake for 16 hours, 14 hours. I always share with them when they ask the same similar questions. Amrit Vela means the time that you can connect to the divine. For you, Amrit Vela may be when you've woken up, and it could be 9 in the morning, but you are still connecting to the divine. You're making that Vela Amrit for you. This is just my intuitive message, which I used to receive when I was doing my own meditation. That somewhere we also should not become too harsh on our own selves. While I agree that you should be disciplined, you should wake up, there should be no excuses, but at times some people genuinely have these concerns and then they give up. They don't do the meditation, they don't do the prayers, they don't. So I keep telling them, okay, you do it while you're walking, you do it while you're driving in your mind. Make that moment Amrit Vela for you. So, somewhere the world is also very different today. It is not the earlier times where people woke up at sunrise and slept at sunset, where this was easily doable. Now it is challenging. So, when we are doing it, it is wonderful. But for those who cannot do it, please do it at any time, but do it. That is my take on this kind of a thinking of Amrit Vela.
Yeah, just adding on there. So this was when I was attending a bhatti, which was conducted by IT Wing. Okay, so this discussion came in that many people, I mean, most of you know IT domain is like that. So you'll have to work round the clock, and then of course night shift will be part of it. So many had complaints that they were unable to wake up for Amrita Vela because some will have to support UK shift, US shift, and all that. So one of the senior panel that addressed in this way that you can. It's all about the thought level. He said, the whole Sankam Yuga itself is Amrita Vela. And if you wake up, if you have to sleep, if you're in the morning and you just came after work and you got work to do till late night and then you couldn't wake up. As soon as you wake up, you don't create a thought that it is Amrita Vela or put yourself in a country where Amrita Vela is happening and then start connecting Baba. It's all about the mindset, it seems.
Absolutely. This is exactly what I meant. It has happened to me also. I'll be very frank with you. Some days it has happened to me. I've been in an aircraft or I've been traveling or something where I'm just not able to do it at the right time. Earlier I used to get upset, but now with more maturity, I don't. And I say, okay, Baba is now telling me, can you make Amrit Vela even out of this time? Which is the harder time, because now the vibration of the universe is not naturally supporting you. And yet you made it Amrit Vela. And yet you could do your meditation. And yet you could feel the same divine consciousness. So then it doesn't matter then anymore. 24 by 7, I can choose my Amrit Vela time. I'm always in Amrit Vela the moment I connect. And this I'm telling you, I've actually heard the masters telling me this in my own meditation. Because I think somewhere we have to be a little open minded to accept as long as we're doing the right thing. I think that's the more important question. Are we doing it with the right intention, the pure intention, and the pure divine consciousness, and the pure direction to connect?
Thank you, Bijit Bhai. Thank you, Harpreet sister. Bijit Bhai, you just read out my mind. You know, earlier I was in Dubai, and the time distance between Dubai and India is 1.5 hours. I remember in India, whenever I got up at 4:30, I said, "See, Baba, you may look at the time at 4:30. Don't worry, I'm now in Dubai. I'm sitting in my room over there, so I'm doing many times. Or if it's still, I know it won't be a later or something and that. So when it's there, and secondly, Mama used to often say, whenever you come back from a late night flight or anything, just come home, sit, speak to Baba, your Amrit Vela is done, and go and take rest. So I never, Harpreet sister, I never spoke about Amrit Vela. I just said, for us, we always give an excuse. So spirituality should not be an excuse. That should be the core thing in us. As long as we have there, time is eternal. Time doesn't matter. Anytime I just sit, I can think of God. Remembrance should be natural. That's what because even today Baba spoke about carelessness. So careless in thought, careless in action. That can also be. IJ, you went for a flight, fine. What if I just sit for a late night film or something kind of thing which should not be followed and then give the say, oh, I slept off? I think such kind of carelessness, you should avoid it as a discipline. That's what I just wanted to share, Umshant.
Sure, sister. That's very important that we stay focused on our divine goal. But sometimes I know today's time is short. Maybe we can discuss that tomorrow. But there's also a little joy which you get. Like, he said somewhere that you are going to dance with joy. So, and I know in the BKs, there is at times they show the sisters dancing and, the fun. Because one thing is there, this life is so beautiful. You have to joyfully live it also. You have to live this life. And if you can combine the living of this life joyfully along with the remembrance, there's nothing like it. Like you may even watch a very beautiful movie which connects you to the divine, or a beautiful song that is being played that connects you, or a dance, or what I mean, what I'm trying to say here is sometimes the meditation which we focus on is very important, of course, but you can even be in a meditative dance. You could be completely lost. I know once I was experiencing this beautiful divine moment when we were doing this Krishna Leela. And when you're doing the dance along and chanting along, at times you just feel you're in the highest level of meditation. Like you can actually experience as if Lord Krishna is dancing with you. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, somewhere I feel we have to remove the boundaries of expression. As long as the thought and the clarity of why you're doing what you're doing, the joy of living this life and expressing it through divinity is there. It doesn't matter how you do it. Yeah, I mean, and also we should not worry about what others are thinking about us. I have gone beyond this stage a long while ago. What others think and all. What does Baba think is what matters. What do you think is what matters. It doesn't matter what your fellow sister thinks or fellow brothers thinks. They have their own journey. They have their own ways of expression. So I have matured, thanks to Baba, a lot in being less judgmental. I really don't judge anyone at all now because I've realized everybody's on their journey and everybody has their own path and way of expressing love. And so be it. Love them anyway, despite whichever way they are expressing their love to you. So I don't know I'm right or wrong. Again, you don't have to believe what I'm saying. I'm just sharing, right? This is the way I am. So now I don't care really who thinks what, as long as my conscience is very clear that I'm pure from within and I'm doing it with a pure intention. That's it, period. And I felt with this thinking, I became powerful. I felt I was better in aligning with the Almighty. I was better in getting answers and downloads because I had a conviction that I am asking you directly. I'm not going to ask people around me. And you are there to give me the answer. Why should I listen to X, Y, and Z when you are there? And that conviction gives you answers also very strongly, So that's been my journey, of course. I think I've spoken too much. Sorry about that. What is the time? 5:57. So,
Yeah,
yes,
we can. We
Bijit
can.
Bhai, what would you like us to do now? We do a short 2-minute meditation, or somebody else wants to do it? I'm open either way.
I think, sister, it's better if you do it. You
Okay,
can
sure.
take us
So
to
let's
a
all
short
become holy swans. Okay. In the meditation, firstly, visualize your beautiful body in the beautiful shape of a holy swan, white in color, beautiful, divine, in the holy water of Amrit. First, visualize yourself there. And now observe Baba's light slowly surrounding you with such divinity, such love. And that swan is so beautifully in the water, looking at its own wings and body, which is pure white in color. And the thoughts of the swan are so pure, so calming. And the heart is so beautiful. And this beautiful white swan that represents you is now within your physical self. And this white swan is now sitting within you as a divine blessing of Baba. Every cell in your body is energized by this holy swan, a gift from Baba to all of us today. Entire body is aligned with the energy of the whole system of the universal impact of this holy swan is residing within you now. Your mind is being blessed by this holy swan. Such purity, such divinity. Your heart is so full of love. You look at all those swans now around you. As your body, mind, and heart align, you look at those beautiful holy swans all around you. Your Lokik family is turning into a holy swan. Your colleagues are holy swans. And your Brahmin family in any case were swans. And you suddenly realize that you have so many holy swans all around you. Such is the divine blessing of Baba that he makes you see the purity in each one that is around. And your own vibration shifts as you send out beautiful divine energy to each one of them, and you receive the same. Thank you, Baba, for this beautiful environment of not just me as a holy swan, but people around me as holy swans. And we energetically now support your work, support your divine direction, and spread the light of love, peace, tranquility, purity all around the universe. Thank you, Baba, for blessing me with Holy Swan today. Thank you for blessing all those meditating today. Thank you for your direct divine instructions to intuitively guide me for this meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Divine Family.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harper sister. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.